Hey guys, welcome to Lorcana Lounge. Today we're gonna do something a little bit different, a new segment, and this is gonna be called Tears of Joy. It's a working title, so maybe it'll be changed, but the whole basic around it is that we're gonna make some tiers, and then we're gonna categorize all the different things. Today is gonna be seal product, and then we're gonna go through what is from bad investment to good investment and what is the absolute best investment. So let's get started. First, we're going to go through what the different categories is. We're going to go from bad to worse. So in the bottom row is going into basement in a horror movie decision. It's the kind of decision that you look at from the outside and being like, why are you doing this? The smile and wave. It's just not good. It's just not good. Insurance, that's gonna be the middle one. That is you can't blame anybody for having insurance. I think it's a good idea, but it's not sexy. It's not something you want to kind of sort after. It's not something that's it's not that good either. Because we want to do something great here. The next one is girl next door. Gotta snatch it up. You gotta get it. The girl next door. People are probably interested as well. So if you can't charm your way in, then maybe somebody else will grab it. In this case, with Shield product, it's gonna be maybe it'll sell out. The price will go up so much that it's just no longer valuable. A good idea to invest in. And then the best one, sell your car. It's just buy it. Like if you can afford it. If not, then sell your car. It's pretty self-explanatory. And what we have different categories is we have the D23 down here. If you can see the mouse, we have the first chapter. We have the Rise of Floorborn. We have Into the Inklands. We have Ursula's Return. We have Shimmering Skies. Then we have the 5 troves from first chapter, Rise, Into the Inkland, Ursula, and Shimmering Skies. So this is going to be what we're going to discuss today and talk about, and I'm going to make other episodes where we talk about different things. But for this episode, best investments. I think we should start from the beginning, which is the first one, and it's going to be D23. Of course, I'm going to give my reasons for why I'm just choosing to put them at the location I try to place them in. For the D23, I am going to put it into sell your car. I just am. I think it's a great investment. I think keeping it sealed will probably be my recommendation. If you're able to, I'll probably buy 2. Rip one, said this in other videos as well. Rip one, get them graded, and then keep one sealed. I just think the value is good. I don't think it's gonna have a huge drop off at any point. I think it looks like it's keeping its relevance in the game. The cars look so nice, especially the Mickey one. So I would say that's a hard sell your car item. Next one, first chapter. Actually, I think we're gonna wait with that one. Maybe we're gonna take some troves and then we're gonna finish up with the first chapter. So we're gonna take the Shimmering Skies trove. I would say right now, I think it's a smile wave. It's just kind of like you don't know what to do, so you just do something. I would say I think it's a terrible decision to buy it now. I don't think it's a terrible decision like in the future maybe, but I think the price can go even further down, and I think it's going to be a long time before it'll go up. So I would say not the worst decision, but yeah, I just wouldn't do it, to be honest. Ursula's Return. That is a going into the basement in a horror movie decision. I would say it's definitely I would say the worst decision right now with the sealed products. It's just the cards in the set. There are some cards, the Diablo cards, but otherwise the Shizu as well. But I just don't think it's a very good set. There's not a lot of cards that are very popular. The enchanted cards, of course, there's the Ariel, but I actually had high expectations for that card. And I just think the prices right now of even the booster box, I just don't think it's a good investment. I think at some point when it hits like rock bottom, maybe it could be a good investment. And I believe it in longer term, maybe some of the cards in the set is going to be popular because of the game and how you play. So it's not like I think it's a bad decision. Maybe in a couple of months, half year, a year. Right now, I just think it's a terrible decision, to be honest. Into the Englands, I'm gonna put it in insurance. Actually, I do like the set. And I just think the price right now is really low. I know I had in Mark Watch episodes, I had it in 3 episodes now. With the first 2 going up a lot and then just dropping off. And I think it was just the market right now is not for it to just explode and become very, very popular. But I do think in a year, maybe or 2, I think it is going to rise. And I think it could be by a lot, but I think it's a long-term investment. And that's why I put it in insurance. It's not a bad idea, but it's maybe not for the people who wants it to maybe just go up a little bit now as well, or maybe in the next couple of months. It's just, it could be nice. But yeah, I think we're at that point. Next one, Rise of the Floorborn. I'm a wee bit unsure about this one. I do think it's I love the set, the cards in this, but and the prices have been going up, so I think I'm gonna put it at where are we gonna put it? If you guys are like if you don't agree with anything I do, just let me know what you think. I think I'm gonna put Rise of the Floorborn into Girl Next Door. I think it's gonna be very popular in the future as well. And I could see it rise a whole lot. I could see it just not do a lot of things for the next few months, but I do think in a year the price is going to be a lot more than it is right now. I do believe that, so I am going to put it at Girl Next Door. I think I was hesitating a bit because I was thinking about putting in insurance, but I do think it's a better set than Into the Englands. Investment wise also, there are 2 sets. The first chapter in Rise of the Floorborn where there's no enchanted cards, where it's location, and do think that factors in. And there's just some awesome pulls to be made. The Cinderella Enchanted, for example, it's just a really nice card. So I'm gonna put it at Girl Next Door. Yeah, you should probably buy it before it's too high up in value, but again, don't sell your car. Then we gotta put the first chapter trove at sell your car. It's already a 300. It has been that for a while. We have seen the booster box from the first chapter going down and it actually being at $200, $220. Really fluctuating a lot. So I think the trove has actually been pretty steady. It's just been going up since the beginning. It had a peak of 330, and then it just dropped down a little bit to 300. So I think it's really, really popular, and I do believe that the troves are going to be like the elite booster boxes, elite trainer boxes of Pokemon. So I do think they have some value longer term in collection, and I do believe that would be the one. My only reservation for this box and putting it here is that it is quite expensive already. So I do believe that, uh, yeah, I could see people putting it a row down, but I just think that, in my opinion, I just don't think it doesn't drop that much. It doesn't fluctuate that much, and that's why I think, just having it at, Cellular Core, I think that's gonna be mine, investment. Yeah, that would be what I would say. Then we have Shimmering Skies booster box. So now we are at the booster box category. I am going to put it here. Going into basement, a horror movie decision. Don't get me wrong, I still love the set. I think it's so awesome. Um, and I think that it has many cards that hold value and will in the future. It also has the Mufasa Enchanted, which I'm just so fond of. It's really, really a nice card. I think my hesitation in the set is that, it's just a bad timing. It's been released a couple of months ago. The prices have been going down. Also for the cards, we see week to week cards, the most popular cards going down in price. So I just think it's a terrible time to do it. But in a year, 6 months maybe, 2 years, I think it's gonna be it could be a potential very, very, very interesting item in investment. But for now, at this time, it is a terrible decision, I would say. But yeah, that I think that's gonna be my verdict. I was contemplating by putting in Smile Wave, but yeah, no. No, I am going to put it down there. And you're probably going to be surprised with this one. It's Ursula's Return Booster Box. It's going to go in Smile Wave category. I just think that, the prices, if you can get it at a decent price, you can get them really, really cheap. I do think there are some cards that's going to keep the whole value. And I do believe that at some point, some other cards are going to be, could be interesting. So I just think that it's, yeah, I was debating, is this going into the basement in horror movie decision kind of material, but I'm gonna put it here. It's also been a 5 months since release. So it's been a while. I don't think it's going that much down. I think that my whole reasoning behind putting in that category is probably if you can get it at a really, really, really good price, then you should buy it. But if it's at the same price as the other booster boxes, it's a hard no. Yeah. We have the free booster box left, and we are going to go to the Into the Inklands. I'm gonna put it at the Girl Next Door. I just think the price is it's not that high. I do think at a given time it is going to be popular. I was thinking about putting it in insurance, but I just think that it has some nice cards in it, and I don't think the demand is there in my opinion, and also but I don't think there's that many boxes, so this one was a hard one for me. Thinking about putting it down in insurance, but I think I'm gonna keep it at Girl Next Door, to be honest, because the real tough one right now is gonna be the last two ones. It's gonna be Rise of the Floorborn and First Chapter. That is gonna be very difficult, and I'm sure you guys are gonna be perhaps very frustrated with me, because I am gonna, at this point in time, I am gonna put Rise of the Floorborn here at Cellular Core, and I'm gonna wait a little bit with the First Chapter. But here's my reasoning for Rise of the Floorborn. I don't think there's that many copies of booster boxes. I do believe the Cinderella is gonna be one of the biggest chase cards, at least from the ones that are not promos or anything else, or championship cards. So I do think that it's gonna. Yeah, I just really believe in this set. I think it's been undervalued for so long. It has no location enchanted, and also because of there is a demand, but there's not a lot of cases. And I do think the first chapter was, yeah, I just believe there were many more copies of the booster box from the first chapter. I don't know if that's right, but that I do believe that is the case, and that's why I'm gonna go in with that one. The price is just really cheap for it, and I think value wise it's really interesting. And I do think in the future it's just gonna be more and more popular, and I do believe it has some potential to really go up in price in the near future as well. I'm not predicting like when we go into the new year that it's gonna be like double price, but if in 6 months it has like gone up by 30-40%, I would not be surprised. The last one, first chapter. This was difficult for me. I made some difficult choices, but that was at the other end. I think the terrible decisions, and maybe the Into the Englands booster box. That was also a really difficult decision. But this one is definitely the most difficult decision to make. The price has just been going up a lot recently. We're approaching $300. You can watch the episode from a few days ago. The price has just been going up, 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 and it's reaching its all-time high. And I'm going to say that the first chapter booster box, I do believe in long-term investment that it is one of the best things you can have. Definitely. It is. At the same time, I kind of believe that this is a good time to buy. But at the same time, I do not believe it's going to go that much up in value in the next few months. I think it's just been going up right now, and I think it's gonna. I just don't think right now would be my timing of buying it. It's pretty expensive now at almost $300. So I am gonna put it at. Go next door. Very controversial. I do believe if I was gonna make this exact thing in a couple of months with the sealed product as well, maybe even in a month, I am probably gonna have that one here. And don't get me wrong, I think the whole girl next door thing is that you should probably cop it now, like buy some, because otherwise it's gonna disappear. But at the same time, I just believe that the D23 it's a really hot product. And reason why I sell your car is also because there's no real fluctuations with D23 so far. And I do believe we would have seen it right now if it was to be a product that just went up and down in price. The Trove as well. I just think that it's just steady product. You don't risk anything by buying it. And then it has Rise of Floorborn. It's the exact same thing, and I do believe that one has a really, really good chance of going up a whole lot in price. So that is why I'm keeping those here. I'm not saying that these aren't good. These are good, and if you have the possibility to go ahead and buy them, I would definitely do that. But I would go with these three at this very moment if I was to go invest. That being said, do your own research. Check out what do you like. Is there sentimental value? Yeah, it's different how you collect. And I think that I like collecting and having, especially cards. But I also like doing in such a way that I don't lose a lot of money. I don't like to risk too much. So I'm a bit conservative in that way. Guys, thank you for watching the episode. Means a lot. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know what you think about the new format of my new segment, Tears of Joy. Let me know what you think. And let me know what you want to view the next time I'm going to do Tears of Joy, which is going to be next week. So let me know if you have any ideas, anything you want to see. And I hope to see you in the next one. Peace.